Hello, everybody. How are you? Happy Friday, friends. This is Serena with Vintage Press Studio, and today we're going to call today, maybe every Friday, Freebie Friday. We've got another freebie printable for you guys today. Another quick, fun little tutorial that you guys can try at home. We are going to be doing this super pretty Summer in Paris little pocket folio. Now, I love ribbon. Ribbon may not be your thing, and that's okay, but I love ribbon. So let me tell you about this fun little pocket folio, which is also a card experience. We have, it is currently April of 2025, and just around the corner is Easter, Mother's Day. And I thought, you know what? I want to create a card experience. So we're just going to call this a super easy pocket folio. And this one is the flower shop, a little flower shop in Paris and lavenders. There's a little pocket in the back here for a gift card. You can put a gift card in there. I plugged in like a little, I buy these like fake flowers at Goodwill or Salvation Army, and just cut a little piece off and put it in there. There's a little tag there in the back, and then you can always take it. Now I printed mine double-sided, and so you can always take your tags and write little love notes to your mom or your girlfriend or whatever special person you have in your life. And then inside are some different folios too, and you can make a fun little card experience. And I was really thinking in my mind like gift cards, or maybe do a spa theme or whatever you want to. Like I said, Mother's Day is coming, Easter is coming, and some more text there, and cute little things. You just write little something on them. It's just so pretty. I love hydrangeas. I love roses. I love all flowers. So I just thought that this would be a cute little project for today. Now, inside of the Printable, let's go through that real quick before we get started with our project, because this is actually a really super easy project and it's pretty self-explanatory. But inside of your Printable, you're going to get a Printable like this. And inside of it is a little guide, and it shows you how to lay out your card. So you kind of sort of don't need my tutorial, but please watch. I need the watch hour, so please watch. And so here is the tutorial. Now, one thing I want you guys to make note of when you're printing it out is I would suggest, if I were you, I would suggest printing the tag page. That would be this page. There's two papers in it. Aren't those pretty? I love it. Nothing like a beautiful gingham and some hydrangeas. But I would print this double-sided. And so when you would send it to the printer, print that double-sided so that the back of it, I mean, if you want it blank, that's fine. Or if you can't print double-sided, then you can just glue the paper to it and cut it out. Also too in the package, because I love fussy cuts. We're gonna go Fussy Cut Friday, right? I love fussy cuts. And so I made a fussy cut sticker pack. And so you can inside there, so it's all ready to go if you're using a Cricut Silhouette scan and cut, or you just want to cut them by hand. They're outlined to make it a little bit easier, but they're called fussy cuts for a reason. They're not meant to be cut out perfectly. And you have some cute little fussy cuts there to use in decorating, or again, just create like a fun little experience for that special someone in your life. So anyways, we're gonna switch cameras, and we're gonna go over here, and we are gonna get to work and get this folio put together, because it's super easy. You'll see, it's super easy. All right, let's get switched over here. I gotta put my glasses on so I can make sure I got the right camera here, and that should be it. There we go. All right, we are up and going. Alrighty here. All right, so the first thing you want to do is obviously put the completed one to the side. So we're gonna kind of put that one to the side, and I've got all my pieces cut out ready to go. All right, we're gonna need you're gonna take one in your kit. You're gonna take one of your papers. And you know what? I think I'm gonna use the gingham. And you are going to glue that. Now, here's the thing. If you take this right to the corner like this, there's actually going to be a border on it. And so you may not want to do that. If you do want to try to save paper scraps, I'm big on saving paper scraps. I'm going to get my zip dry glue here. I call it my snot in a bottle. It's amazing, amazing glue. And let's see here. I'm going to need a brush. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put our snot in a bottle here. All right, and then what I'd like to do is we're going to turn that back around. And we're just going to kind of, I want this stuff dries so fast, but I want to try to get it to the edge so that we have a nice sealed edge. You have to work so fast. This glue dries in like 15 seconds, so you don't have a whole lot of time to work with before it turns into snot. Snot in a bottle. All right. All right. I'm just going to cut this real quick. Now, if you caught my video last week, I talked about those cheap inks on Amazon, you know, where you get like 500 colors for like $10. Believe it or not, it actually came in handy when I was designing this because I needed a purple. And there's no way I'm going to go and spend $8 for purple ink that I'm probably not going to use a whole lot. So when it comes to inking these edges after you're done here, you can get kind of fun and creative with it. We're going to use a purple inking today. Okay, I'm going to put this in my box. I got a box of paper scraps that I use. So you can see how the edge is there. And then I'm going to take this cheap Amazon ink in purple. And I'm going to kind of clean up the edges a little bit. And then you definitely want to ink your pieces, anything that needs to be inked. It's always easier to ink before you put it together instead of after. Okay, all right. Now, some of the elements for this are the little tags that are cut out, and these I've already prepped these and inked these. And then we also have our folders here, which I don't really think a lot of them need to be inked. Everything is numbered, so you have corresponding numbers to go with the. This is the little pocket in the back. We're going to fold that up. This is the little gift card pocket. All right. All right, with this, I'm actually just going to use a glue stick with this one. Okay. All right, I'm going to set that aside. Okay, now we're going to begin to assemble our pockets. Now, you do want to crease this here and get your folder. Now, you're going to see that there's a little space in between here. You want to crease. There's a little thing because your folders are going to take your room. So you want to fold on that bottom line right there. And then there's a line right there. I always use, people use all this. I have the scoring tools and all of that. I don't know. I'm old school. I still prefer the edge of the table. I'm telling you, it works the best. You can't see me right now, but I'm literally scoring this on the edge of the table, and it just works. You got all these fancy scoring boards, which I have. Actually, I just tripped over it like 2 minutes ago. But I just go with the edge of the table. All right. You may need to trim it up just a tad bit. Let's see here. Get this fold just right. All right. And then you can trim up your edge just a teeny tiny bit. Make sure you get a good fold on the, there we go. Okay, and then you have this little, like I said, this little line, and you're gonna fold. We just folded on this line, and we're gonna fold on that top line up there. This is the hardest part of the entire thing, is the cover folds. Okay. All right. And then you should have a little space like that. See? Like a little bit of space there. All right, we're gonna set this. And so that when we go over, perfection. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's get started here. We've got all of our folder cuts here. And then we've got number one. Number one goes in the inside pocket. It doesn't need, you have a little bit of room to play with. It doesn't have to go to the edge, because sometimes when you get it right to the edge, it gets kind of, that's why I created a little folder there, because it'll get kind of thick on the side. And so that looks good. And my glue stick that I'm using is actually fabric glue. This is what we use when we're sewing to temporarily seam something before we sew it, to make sure that the pieces all work. And then we sew it, and then when we wash it, the glue comes out. But I found that this glue works really, really well in our paper projects too. Okay, and then we're going to find piece number 2. That's 4 and 5. That's 1. There's 2. And let's see, number 2. And number 2 there. And number 3. All right. Then I just like to kind of like clip these while I'm working. And so now we're going to go into this side over here. And this side here is going to be number 6. Wait, number 6 I think goes in the back. That's on the back. So we have number 4 and number 5. Number 4 right here. And you can use on the inside of this, you can use the other paper. Let me show you here real quick. So you could use that paper on the inside of it. But I don't know. I like the gingham. There's just something about the gingham. I just love gingham. Number 4. And a little bit of room to play. Just kind of like center it up. All right. And number 5. I told you this is super easy peasy. these little binder clips to the rescue. All right, perfect. And then on this back side, we made this little card, and then there's this little card you can put inside of it if you want to. Write a little note on it, and that fits in. And you can also put a gift card in here. And then kind of fold this over. All right. And then this is another pocket right here. And number 6. Let's see, it's a little bit. It's gonna fold that in just a teeny tiny bit. Sometimes you gotta, depending on the way it prints, kind of just gotta like make sure that it's a good. There we go. Kind of fold those tabs in. And this here. And that, don't mind my dog, y'all. Don't mind my dog. He's solo today because the big girls are at the groomers today, and so he doesn't know what to do with himself. Ozzy, Ozzy. I'm going to kind of just fold it in half like this, and then that way we can get this set while we work on our tags. So we're just going to kind of set this aside right now. And then let's work on our tags. Now, tags are super easy. Obviously, they don't take a whole lot of explaining here. But while we wait for that to set, we have our tags here and our fussy cuts, and then a little stem from I'll show you here. A little stem. See, I bought this at the Goodwill. I think I paid $1 for it. And I just cut off like one of the things. I love ribbon, and ribbon is life for me. Love ribbon, so I pre-cut these pieces. The other day I was at Five and Below, and I found these charms for $5.55, I think it was. It wasn't really Five and Below, but these charms, like, look at the little heart and locket, the butterflies. There's a flower in here, y'all. This is like winning the key. This is amazing. For $5, I'll take it. And even had some even has like the chains in it as well. Love it. But I don't really need the chain because I went and took, and I did a flower one and I did a butterfly one. So we're just gonna do our tags here. Now I have this little like grommet thing. This is like a cheapy Amazon one. And it's kind of a pain in the butt to use, and it takes a whole lot of strength. And let's see here. Maybe here. Let's see here. There we go. All right. There it goes. And then we kind of put this in, and then I kind of turn it so you guys can see. And then you kind of just snap it here, and it takes a little bit of pressure to get these grommets in. There are better machines that are like more expensive, but this is like a $10 cheapie from Amazon. So it is what it is. So we're going to take and make our ribbons here. And let's see here. I'm going to do these two together. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. Like I was saying, ribbon is life for me. I love ribbon. Ribbon may not be your thing, but if you have seen any of my journals, you know that ribbon is everything. So ribbon is life. I'm not sure I would be in my life without ribbon, but we just don't want to really talk about it. So there's my little butterfly charm right there. I just love that. I'm just going to kind of tie this one off. And then here. All right. And then I've got, let's do this one here. I like this ribbon here I got at the dollar store. It's so pretty and it's iridescent. Love, 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 love. There, and then lastly, this is like a little rose charm on this one. I kind of wish I had some like lavender chiffon, but you know, we just got to work with what we have. My hands are sticky from the glue, so the ribbon is like sticking to my hands. It's like, ah! It's always, when you're like live or recording, it's always like the pressure's on, you know? Let's just tie a little bow on this one. And then I can't see my charm. I'm just going to let that dangle for right now. Maybe I'll tie this one. It's hard. My hands are like sticking. My hands are sticking to the ribbon. I'm okay with that for right now. I'll clean it up later. You get the point. All right. Our journal, for the most part, at least for the sake of our video, is laid down. I love it. So cute. Love, 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 love. Isn't that cute? And there's a little extra open sign if you wanted to take a piece of double-sided tape, and if you wanted to create a little open sign here or do something, you can put your own little open sign right there and do you can take the Velcro. I've got some around here somewhere. Oh yeah, my mess of Velcro. This is fabulous. So you see this? It's like they're all stuck together. This is just like, you know, crafting things you shouldn't do in crafting 101. Throw the double-sided Velcro into the same drawer together. Awesome. Nice job, Serena. So, anyways, you can take and do this little double-sided. Right there, and there we go. We have a little thing there. All right, let's decorate. There we go. Actually, that's kind of pretty. I don't want to hide my little charm. And that, I'm going to clean up these edges. Got another little one there. I'm going to come here on the back and do this on the back. And then, oop, that's what happens when you're trying to make a quick tutorial. All right, and then these little cute pieces. Look at this little kitty on here. Is that not the damnedest thing you've ever seen? I just love the little kitty right there. Hello, kitty. Okay, cool. That's good there. And then something else you can do too. These little butterflies. You could also do a little butterfly on your opening, and you can take the butterflies and fold them in half, and you can do like a little butterfly on your opening if you'd like to. There's another little butterfly there. or you can put your little butterfly up here. You also have these little, like I said, fussy cuts or stickers if you want to print them on sticker paper. And then you have like little stickers as well. You can just open it up on the inside. And let's see, let's put some macaroons in here and a little bucket of flowers. And you can just keep on adding to your fabulous little journal. I do think that I want to do a little butterfly there. Isn't that cute? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little tutorial, this super fun, easy project. And I'm telling you right now, make a little special folio for that special someone in your life for Easter or Mother's Day. If you guys have any questions, let me know and be sure to download your free file. And I want to see what you guys create. Let me know what you create, post pictures, send me a little message or whatever. Oh, I forgot my little flower. Put a little flower in here. We're just gonna come in here and put my little flower in the back. Oh, I love it. So pretty. So pretty. Anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing, fabulous weekend creating. And I can't wait to see you guys next week for Freebie Friday.